Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Wamu here, and I'm back at it again. I know it's been a while, guys, since I uploaded anything, but I have been a little busy, so I do apologize. But I'm definitely gonna try to do more. Again, it's just really hard with my schedule and where I work at, things like that. But not enough of that. So I'm gonna go over a new build that I just put together. I enjoyed. I'm not saying it's gonna be the most competitive build, but I do like different types of builds that are possible in this format that we currently have. That's not a Garbodor or anything like that, which I have one of those. They're just, I don't know. I don't like playing them. That's just me. The Sylveon one is boring, and that Vileplume one is just annoying. So I mean, for me, this is fun, but I just put it up here so you guys can take a look, do it your own. So let's get at it real quick. I know you guys seen the Eevee. So this is going to be an Eevee, Espeon, Alakazam build, and of course we're going to have 4 Eevees for the Sun and Moon base set with the ability Energy Evolution. So once you put an energy on here, it evolves automatically to that evolved version of Eevee's evolutions. I'm going to put the card as far back as I can and try to fit everything in one spot, so let's see how it goes. And I am running 3 copies of Espeon GX. I am gonna pair this up with Espeon GX. This is gonna be pretty much your primary attacker. So I do run a 4-3 lineup of them with the HP of 200. First attack is Side Beam for 30. Second attack is Psychic for 3 energies. It does 60 plus this attack does 30 more damage for the amount of energies attached to your opponent's Pokemon, which is pretty cool. And it does have a cool GX ability for 3 energies, divide GX. It's awesome. It puts 10 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you want to. So with that GX ability paired with an Alakazam, I mean, it's a great combo because you can spread around the damage however you want, and it's awesome. So I run a 3 lineup of those. Let's put this over here in the back. I definitely put that on top, but whatever, we'll let it go. I hope everyone's doing good. I'm enjoying my day off, so that's why I figured I'll do a video real quick. Now, the next attacker, our secondary attacker, is Alakazam. So I have 3 copies of Alakazam, and if you don't know Alakazam, I'll go over really quickly with you. It's an EX Pokemon, basic 160. It has an attack called Suppression, but the ability is when you evolve from Alakazam to Mega Alakazam, you can put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active, and then put 3 on your opponent's bench Pokemon. So Alakazam likes to basically spread damage counters around because Mega Alakazam does damage times the counters on your Pokemon. So it's a pretty cool combo. I like it. I think it's pretty fun. So I run 3 copies of those. And next we have the evolved form, which is Mega Alakazam EX. I only run 2 copies of this. Like I said, Espeon is my primary attacker. So with Mega Alakazam, it's a 210 HP Pokemon, pretty tanky. It has Zen Force. So for 2 energies, this attack does 10. Plus this attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter across on your active Pokemon. So if that Pokemon has 3 damage counters, for instance, it does 90 damage for just 2 energies. I mean, the more you put on, it hits heavy. It hits really heavy. Plus, it hits heavy for weakness. So if you're up against a Garbodor, you will hit for weakness, which is pretty cool. Keep in mind, though, they will also be hitting for weakness as well. So I only run 2 copies of those. I run 1 Wobbuffet with the ability Barricade. Sorry. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon in play in each player hands, and each player's discard pile has no ability. So it's pretty cool. It does work as well. It's like a little mini version of Mega Alakazam. For 2 energies, this Psychic Assault does 10 plus 10 more damage for each damage counter. So it's not as heavy as Mega Alakazam, where it does 30. This one only does 10, but still, it's a good little fighter for you to start them up front. 1 copy of Hoopa EX, just for the Scoundrel Ring. I could pull up 3 EX Pokemon, so my Alakazams, my Megas, set up real quickly. So I only run 1 copy of those because if he's up there, yeah, he's gone. I run 2 copies of the famous Lele GX. Wonder Tag is just broken. Um, Once I play this from my hand to my bench, I can search my deck for a supporter card and then put it back in my hand. Also, too, the attack it's not too bad. Energy draft for 2 energies. It does 20 times the amount of damage attached to both Pokemon, so it's pretty strong. Also, too, the Tapu Cure GX is awesome. It heals all damage to 2 of your bench Pokemon, so it's an option too if you do need to. If I can't use my GX from Espeon, I can still use my Tapu Lele's. And also, to question, have you guys been being able to pull a lot of Lele's? Because I have pulled a lot. I'm thinking they learned from their Shaman that they need to put more. Because Shaman was hard. I've never pulled a Shaman. I had to buy all mine. But Tapu Lele, I think I've pulled like 7 already. So just throwing it out there. Let me know if you guys have any luck as well. Now let's go to supporters. 3 copies of N, really standard. I'm not going to really go too much over the supporters. They're pretty standard already. We have 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. Again, discard, pull 7 new cards. So also a great draw supporter. Plus you can use it with Tapu Lele. I use only 3 VS Seekers in this deck. You can run 4, it is up to you. But I seem to be fine with 3. Plus I'm trying to get used to not having it because I don't know if we're going to get a reprint. So for now I'm only using 3. I use 1 Professor Kukli for that extra 20 damage. Plus it allows you to draw 2 cards. So this is also a great card to have in any deck for the most part. Now this card is a personal choice of mine. I enjoy it. I love Lily. I think it's a great card, especially if I start this card first, because if I start it first, I get to draw 8 instead of 6. Again, I know a lot of people don't like it. Some people do, so it's a little mixed, but I love it. Plus, I love the way it looks. I'm trying to get another one, so if anyone has one for trade, please let me know. Leave me a comment on the section below. Just 1 Lysander. I really wanted to put 2. Maybe I'll relook at the deck to see if I can fix it. But for now, I only have 1. Great card just to take some Pokemon on the back, bring it to front, knock it out. One of those. I run 1 Skyla. I like to have 1 in this deck just in case I need something right away and I have to have it. Whether it be a Spirit Link for alakazam, I don't know, Trainer Mail, whatever. As long as I have this Choice Band, a Flea Blower, things like that, I run 1 copy of those just to have. I run 1 copy of Olympia just because it's a great retreat card. Also, too, when you retreat, you also heal 30 damage off from your Pokemon, so that's always good to have. 1 of those. I run just 3 copies of Ultra Ball. I feel like with 3 copies of Ultra Ball with the Hoopa EX as well, I feel like that's enough. Again, all these decks that I've put up, I mean, that's just the way I play. That doesn't necessarily mean that's the way you're going to play. But for me, I'm perfectly fine with 3. So I run 3 of those. I run 1 Nest Ball. Use a Nest Ball from when I get out of an Alakazam, an Eevee, a Hoopa, a Tapu Lele, a Wobbuffet. I run 1 of those, so I won't have to run a 4th Ultra Ball and then discard cards. So I run 1. I also run 1 copy of Switch, just to get something out of the active spot to switch with one of my Pokemon that's either healed or ready to fight. 1 copy of those. So that one. I run 2 copies of Trainer's Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a trainer card unless, other than a Trainer Mail. You can't use it again. But I do run 2 of those. I feel like it just helps you sometimes, especially when your deck is thinned out. I used 3 copies of Alakazam Spirit Links. Obviously, I use 3 of those just so I don't lose a turn, basically. I use 2 de-evolution sprays. I love this card. With the Alakazam, you can use this to de-evolution from Mega back to your Alakazam, put it back, reset that combo up, and then you can add more damage counters to your opponent. So I use 2. It works really well. I did try 3. I just felt like 3 was just too much. So I did slim it down just a bit. 1 Super Rod just in case I need Pokemon in my discard pile or energy, so I always run 1 of those. Never have it's never bad running one of those guys. I'm sorry too if you guys do hear the thunder. It's starting to pour where I live in Orlando. It is raining like crazy right now. So again, I'm sorry if you guys hear that. 2 copies of field blower. With this field blower, I'm pretty sure all you guys already know, but you can discard 2 items in any way you want, whether it be your own or your opponent's. But for me, if I have already evolved into an alakazam, I use field blower, and then I put on a choice band. So that's a combo that I like to do. That is an option if you guys want to do it as well, but that's what I do. So either I just remove one in the stadium, a card, or my own to add up another card, which then brings me to 2 choice bands. Because choice bands is pretty great. It is really strong. And as of right now, we're still heavy in the EXs until it fades away. But everyone's using GX Pokemon, so why not? 3 Altars of the Moon. The reason why I use this is because I have no float stones. So as long as you have a psychic energy attached, your Pokemon's retreat cost is now 2 energies less. So I run 3 copies of these because I'm pretty much free retreat then on everything. Hoopa has 2, Lele has 1, Alakazam has 2, Mega has 1, and Espeon has 1. So as long as I have this, I'm basically covered. I have a free retreat. So I run 3 copies of those. Plus, I also want to get rid of the opponent's Force of Giants plans, rough seas, things like that. Now for the energies, pretty quick, pretty simple. I run 4 copies of double colorless, 4 copies of those, primarily for either my Tapu Lele or my Espeon, and I run 6 psychic energies. That's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave me some likes, comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. See, speak to you guys later. Peace.